Who believes in global warming?
Climate change is real. Climate change is caused by human activity.
Has been blessed with enormous energy resources.
For me, this is about our strategic position in the world. This is about our competitiveness, our job creation, our
model for energy efficiency and independence.
I'm Caroline. And I'm Noelle, and we know that there are many topics of great concern in our country today that need to be discussed in the 2016 presidential election. In our opinion, the transformation of our energy system from traditional sources of energy such as natural gas or coal to renewable energy needs to become a top priority for every candidate's campaign.
Harnessing the natural, clean, inexhaustible sources of energy provided to us by nature, like solar, wind, geothermal, or hydropower, release little to no global emissions and protect public health and environmental quality. Implementing technologies such as wind turbines or solar panels promote employment opportunities, economic development, and a cleaner, healthier planet. Living in Narragansett, Rhode Island, a small coastal town in southern New England, has opened our eyes to how critical the environment can be for the economy of a town or state that relies heavily on tourism. The protection of our local environment is critical to the economy, as well as the deep historical traditions Rhode Islanders share. Our hometown is a major influence on why we think transforming our energy system to clean energy must be a priority. We traveled to Fisherman's Memorial, a campground in our town that has their own wind turbine and solar panels.
Although this is considered a small wind turbine, in 1 hour it can produce enough power to run 15 homes for an entire day. That means if it's running for a full 24 hours, it can power 360 homes. In a small town like Narragansett, an effect like this is very important. These solar panels are another great example of how renewable energy is becoming part of our lives in Narragansett. Each panel contains 60 cell modules that can collect solar energy and convert it into electricity. They are tied to the local electric grid, and there are meters already installed in the park so that the levels of energy created by both the wind turbine and the panels can be measured, and the state electric bill can be reduced accordingly.
These machines are a great example of how progress is already being made on a smaller scale, and projects like these can serve as building blocks for larger scale, statewide, or even nationwide plans to harness clean energy. Any candidate hoping to lead the country needs to keep in mind the individual potential of each region and how they contribute to the nation as a whole. For example, West Warwick, a town in Rhode Island, is becoming a leader in self-sufficient renewable energy production.
Project is going to cover all of our electrical needs. So by the springtime, we'll be 100% renewable electric. We would save upwards between $20 and $40 million over that time frame. You have to have a little political courage to throw projects like this out there to the voters and educate the voters on why it's important. But if it makes financial sense, they'll do it. West Warwick, we can do it, then why can't Providence, why can't Cranston, why can't Warwick? I don't think you can be too ambitious with any of these issues because we need to be as aggressive as possible. We have a very vulnerable energy system in the Northeast. It all relies on fossil fuels right now, and it's all it's pretty much maxed out.
Most Americans treat our energy consumption as if it was like this, and all the sources were renewable and would never run out. However, as you can see, only a small fraction of the energy that our nation uses falls under that category, while the rest are sourced from an unstable, limited, and costly supply. This year's presidential candidates need to remember and acknowledge that currently we obtain a large percentage of our imported energy from places facing instability and conflict like what you see here, or from nations where the conflict is just across the border.
Gulf Wars, I think the root of a lot of war in the world is oil. And that we have such capacity to produce our own energy, it just makes perfect sense to me. The wind will never stop blowing, the sun will never stop shining, and to capture it and to transform it into something that we all need and relieve the pressure on the other parts of the world Why wouldn't we want to be self-sufficient? Why wouldn't we want to have locally produced power, local jobs? It seems so much simpler than oil.
In addition to energy independence, decreasing or better yet eliminating our ties to the resources in these countries can ensure our national security and allow the United States to face issues without political animosity.
In my mind, is a political question, and so that's why it is important, extremely important in the political debates and in the political policy arena in general, because so if our population, our political will was here in the United States, we could produce all of our own power stateside,
It's a debate between the folks who say, no, we can't, and the folks who say, yes, we can. Between those who fear the future and those who are eager to seize the future.
We will make America the clean energy superpower of the 21st century.
In just a few short years, our generation will become leaders in our country and our world. This is an issue that needs to be confronted now because we have limited time to fix the problems past generations have created. We believe that instead of leaving future inhabitants from having no options left, we should and can be proactive in this issue and make the right decisions that can bring great success. This can begin now in the 2016 presidential election. The future of our environment will be left in the hands of those who take office in the years to come. We need to make renewable energy and climate change a priority so that the American people can make the right choice when it comes to who we give these responsibilities to.